What's going on? Camera, look at me. Camera. Me, camera, me, camera. Hello, camera. Pick me. Pick me. Me. Still nothing. It doesn't like me. Pick me. What is this? It's on. There we go. It was on autofocus. I don't quite understand what was going on there. I think I still need to adjust it a little bit, but we'll see. What's going on, Zishan, Frogo, Steven, JDT, Rob the Trader? How we doing this morning? My nipples out of focus. Alrighty, let's get everything up and rolling here. Got about 2 minutes. What's our 15.6 look like this morning? It's not great. Looks like a bit of a move that we would need. Hey, train face detect AI only on ugly faces. It's because I'm such a good looking fella. Let's go. I don't think I have that up and running yet, Steven. I didn't get to that yet. Alright, it should be good now. And I think it's just womp womp. I don't think you add the end in there. Alrighty, I think we're set up. Just change over my Coke Zero. I got about 1 minute here. So far, it looks like we're headed up. We're at all-time highs still. So my guess would be that we're going to go retest that. That would be my assumption. Got Methodical Man up in the background. Trading with Travis apparently is in the hurricane. All right. Got about 30 seconds here. I'm going for the retest higher. We were wrong. Literally had our order perfectly placed there. Oh my god, are you serious? I moved it just that little bit. Oh, what is that? 62325. 62350. So it went through our order, it says. Oh, don't even. It says it went through our order. Look at this. The high of this candle, 63250. Our order is at 6325. No, come on. The price literally went higher than our order. You can't tell me that we got ticked. All right, I'm gonna have to send an order in for this one. I'm gonna have to send if it stops us out. If for some reason we get lucky and it doesn't come, or it comes back up and fills us, then we obviously don't have to. But I'm gonna have to send one in for this one. All right, that's ridiculous. You guys saw that. I mean, look, it's lit. I'm leaving the order. I haven't touched it. You can see it. It says 63225. The top of the order, 63250. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. And that, you gotta be, guys, you gotta be kidding me. I forgot I was, what is going on? Oh my, oh my. What? Oh my. Oh my. I was literally trying to... I was literally trying to prove that it was still there, and it shot up and filled me. What is this? What is this? What is this life that I live? What is this life that I live? And then Apex says, "See you later." The platform did not receive a response from, like, what? I don't even know what's going on. What is this? You guys see this? Critical error. The platform did not receive a response from the Rhythmic server to place an order request. This may indicate there are problems on our server side at the moment. Maybe that would explain why it didn't fill my order to begin with. Come on, man. I honestly, I have no idea what's going on, obviously. I mean, I guess I could check my funded futures. But obviously our order is not on my funded futures. All right, it's coming back up, it looks like. So apparently now we're in 6. How are we in 6? All right, I'm just going to hit flatten. Somehow we're positive on the day right now. And I don't know how. I should have just let it go, honestly. I'm feeling frisky. I'm feeling frisky.
in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints, money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague, we all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name, all our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be, living in a time where disease is on every screen, I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering, negativity is a plague for the mentally weak, no mercy, all I got is working, never stop searching, never quench the thirsty, I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic, you can't stop it, it's been chronic, since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic,
It's got me feeling all kind of frisky. It does not want to rebound here. It is just like, no, we're just going to hang out here. Guys, I can't make that stuff up. I really can't. Moving points at a time. You're talking a tick here and there. Jeez, peasy. That I would not be surprised if they're gonna. The thing is, you can't even look at their Discord because it's not even up. So you don't even know like what's going on. Like, are they gonna fix this morning? Like, what just happened? Like, I have obvious proof that it fucked me, and then it just started putting out orders. Like, somehow it filled me another short order. I don't know. Very, very confused. All right. No reason to take a trade here. I took a trade assuming we might hold there. I actually even waited for it to start bouncing, but then it just went right after I got in. Just, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm afraid to touch it. Oh, guys, I totally forgot I wasn't on the main screen. You guys need to tell me this stuff. I wasn't paying. I was so focused on what was happening, I didn't even notice I was on the wrong screen. Oh yeah, I see you said you were now. Made it all back, but we didn't see it. We can't see the chart. Yeah, my bad. So I got in. So I let the price go through here when I said I was feeling frisky. And I got in looking for it to bounce, and it did not. And then I added, and then I had my order literally two ticks above this. And it came up and missed me by 2 ticks. So then it came back up. I just took it off. I don't know what happened here. The data came back and I was in a short position and it started to come down. So I took it off here and we ended up in the green overall. So I ended up with 6 contracts, 3 and 3. And then I took all 6 off here. We were green, but then I got in long here and then I ended up having to add. I don't know. Maybe I should just just let it be. I'm so confused. There was not a single DCA. One ad. Stopped out. Got in. I don't even know what happened here. I have zero idea. Oh, I stopped out again. Got in here, stopped out. And then I was trying to prove to you guys that it missed me. Oh, that's what happened. I was trying to prove to you guys that I should have gotten filled, but it stopped me out. But then it filled me because it shot up the wrong way. I don't know what happened after the connection got disrupted. Come back. Somehow we're in an additional 3 contracts up here as the price was coming down. So I just got out. That's annoying. I actually didn't have that recording. You're allowed to add once as it's going against you. Steven. You're allowed to do that. It's in their rules. You're allowed to add one time as it's going against you. You can't do it more than once. That is not, it doesn't matter. That's part of their rules. Here, I'll even find that for you because I know it says that. That's why you always see me add only once. And if I stop at, like, sometimes if I am in positions, I will stop out. Like if I'm in 2 contracts, I'll stop out 1 contract and then add it back. So that way I'm only ever adding that one time to my current position. I know I'm right. Steve just doesn't want to believe it. While we're chopping here in the middle, I'm waiting. Let me check my options real quick. I didn't get a chance to look at those. Oh, wow. Look at CCL's up. Oxy's chilling. JD's down. What a morning that was, huh? What an open. Dollar loss. Of course, now I'm gonna have to find it. It's not in plain obvious sight there. I think here it is. Dollar cost averaging for this is defined as the practice of entering a trade with a directional bias or no bias, just entering to gamble. And if the market goes against you in the other direction, but continuing to enter more and more orders multiple times in the direction of the original order, even while market continues and continues to go the opposing way. Note, this is the opposite of the example above, which they gave an example of adding or scaling into a trade as it's going in your favor. Scaling into winning trades and adding more when you are right versus adding in more when you are wrong in hopes of a turnaround and then make up the losses, yada, 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 are 2 different various scenarios. The use of dollar cost averaging with multiple additional entries is prohibited and in breach of the contract, yada, yada, yada. For example, you enter long and the market immediately moves 10 to 20 ticks against you. Your open P&L is negative and showing an unrealized loss. The market could continue going down against you, or it could have simply pulled down for the moment and may turn back in your favor. You do not know. So every X amount of ticks, it goes against you, or every time you hit a certain level, it goes against you. You continue to add more and more into a losing position. This trading practice is prohibited at Apex. Yes, the strategy ends up working out many times for some people, and the market does pull back, and they can make back their losses at times and some very nice profits once the trade closes out. It works until it just doesn't work. It's like having a 90% win rate system that you win $10, yada, 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 yada. All right. Oh, okay. Permitted and accepted use of DCA scenario. Apex will allow traders to enter one additional entry only into an open position that currently has a negative P&L, but only a single additional entry execution. After the initial entry, not multiple additional entries, contract size of the additional entry is not regulated and is at the discretion of the trader. Just be sure to keep good risk management practices. DCA has always been prohibited and listed as prohibited in the Apex PA contract and FAQ on the website. This allowance for one additional entry is an update and an easing of the restrictions. There you go. So it's right here. Pause if you would like to read. Is it me or is the volatility weird? What's up, Marius? I don't know. It just seems like the open for the most part as of now. That's just definitely weird. Well, yeah, I mean, you're essentially martingaling if you are DCAing, like they're claiming. Aves, you bought one account in June and none in July? I haven't had to. Good morning, Clarity. I actually am probably going to buy a Bulenox account or two. Yeah, right now the Apex sale is still going on until tomorrow. I think Bulenox ends today. Pretty sure Bulenox ends today. You don't have an affiliate with them? I know, I use Methodical Mans. Yeah, okay, so Bulenox is tomorrow, so they're good until tomorrow. My Funded Futures, obviously they still have that new account for 76 bucks. I have one of those, as you can see. I haven't touched it yet. Yeah, Bulenox is until... It said it was till the 8th. But now it's the 9th, so they changed it. So they're good till tomorrow. I'm assuming they're just matching Apex, because Apex, their sale is until tomorrow. And that's 80% off, but they have the $40 150K, 250K, 300K. And if you pass those 150K, 250K, 300Ks by August 15th, you can activate them for a lifetime activation for only 85 bucks. So you pay the monthly fee, but you get the lifetime for those accounts. It's pretty amazing. But you got to be able to pass them. Yeah, hoping for 90% off next. That would be sweet. I like how they were probably not selling any of the higher priced accounts. Is there news? No, it can't be news. Not yet, anyway. They probably weren't selling the higher priced accounts, so they're like, oh, let's just make them all the same price. Now, there's really no news today. There's some news tomorrow. Powell talks tomorrow at 10. That's about it. So believe it or not, that's actually all-time highs. Anytime we hit the highs now, we're at all-time highs. Keep that in mind. If we fake to the low side here and start heading back up, I might actually go long here. Just to give it a shot. Oh. Just to see if we could continue to ride up into where we would possibly get a short trade. But so far, right back into the range. Definitely expect a bounce around here. We look for our one ad right there. If it goes through there, that's no bueno. This is an eval, by the way, guys. This is the My Funded Futures eval. Not going to be getting too carried away. I wouldn't obviously take this trade on a PA. Of course, I hit it right before it goes. Oh, that's brutal. It felt like it was going to hold. I hit the button and then it goes. Methodical's got a new abstract painting. Look at that. Pretty. Well, at least it gave us a pretty obvious stop point, no? If we can hold up here, I'd feel good about it because we're right back into that range. If we do get the move up here, I do think we might head back towards the highs. So I'm just going to look to take one off here. And then we'll put our stop at break even. If that happens. Right now, it's struggling to even get back up through there. We can break this area. We should maybe get a decent little push. Here we go. Go. Or it'll fake out and we'll just go right back down to 620s. But hopefully we can get a push back up. If we can get back up into this area, we should, I would think, probably head back up to the highs. Take one off. Can then move our stop. Come on. Give us that push. Ugh. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. The old one pointer. Is that close? Just stared at us like, come on, take it off. We're going to go down and hit your stop if you don't. That's brutal, man. So brutal. Ah, that's brutal. I'm gonna give it that chance to wick, even though I don't think it's going to. I'm not gonna give it too much more room. I really thought we were gonna get that push back up towards the highs. Obviously could have took it off, but was really trying to assume we knew what we were doing. I saw a trend line here. Just everything feels like we're just gonna go back towards the highs. Maybe this was a fake out to the downside. I guess we'll see. I actually feel a lot better about moving the stop back up towards the bottom of this candle, because now we got a new bottom to get through first. Honestly, now I feel like we're gonna break up towards here if we do get through there. We can try to take a little bit more if we get there. All right, because now this is a pretty key area, so if we break through, we should get a little bit of a push. What's up, Green Banana? I'll read what you said here in a sec. Let's see if we can get out of this contract first. All right, new candle. See if we can get a push up. Oh, jeez. It's quite the opposite of what I was hoping for. There's just a big seller sitting here. Ugh. Got our hopes up. We were green yet again. Man, what a brutal trade. What a brutal trade that was. A good stop out, at least for now. If we come back down to 600, I'll probably jump back in here. No, don't do that. There we go. All right. Let's see if we can let this one run. Now let's see if we get the big push back up. Just gonna put my stop here, and we're just gonna let this baby run. Or try to. Catch the falling knife? I did. It was a good stop out. Just frustrating. We could have got out green so many times there, but we were expecting it to go back to the highs. If this wants to come all the way back down and stop us out, then so be it. That was a pretty good move, though. I would expect us to get a decent little bounce, and maybe we climb back towards the highs. Nvidia was sending everything red bananas, green bananas, just bananas. Some days you are the banana, and some days you're feeling the banana. Oh, I'm not hoping, dude. I got stops in all the time. You don't see me hoping and praying. Is something off on my stream today? I feel like a bunch of people that were in here already left. Everything sound okay? I just changed it so you can hear my Quantower. Music looks good. Mic levels look good. Everything looks alright. I didn't show us the trade. Yeah, that was my bad. I'm in a hurricane, so I can't trade. I'm watching the chart, but no placing trades. Yeah, I heard a bunch of people were in that. It sounds like you're inside my ass. It's so loud. Really? I even got this new pop filter. I wonder. Let me try turning it down a little. Is that better? Testing, testing. Is that better? Am I no longer in your ass? See if we can ride this thing to passing. Are the slots okay? Too much on the feelings. Do not trade with your feelings. I'm not trading with my feelings. Well, I was earlier. When the crap at the open, I was a little taken back by that. I think I might. Oh, I can't go to the gym today. I got softball. I'm gonna go tomorrow. Guess we can move our stop up to like here. Because we, in theory, shouldn't get back below this area. If we do, then the odds are we might be going lower. There we go. So right here we need 500 more. So we need to get Pretty much the high of day. Looks like if we get the high of day, we're there. We'll just put our take profit there. See what happens. All-time highs to pass the eval. Zishan, if you need a place to stay, come on up to Maryland. Cut your bosses? That doesn't sound legal. Alright, going in the right direction. So we can move our stop up. Oh, I would love to cut some bosses. Yeah. Keep moving our stop up whenever we feel possible. Talk about a sweep to the downside though, huh? From lows back to the highs. We try to focus on getting another scalp. I'll be back later. Later, man. We're coming to a test now of the new low. What new low? You mean new high? Is it opposite day? Am I missing something? Womp womp. I'm okay. Maryland sucks. Get out of here. Get out of here. Maryland does suck sometimes, but... Ooh. Looks like we got our stop in a good place. See if we can get back above this area. That would be nice. Now to the highs. In Texas, you could probably build a hard rated pool for the same price. Speaking of the pool, they did come by this morning and they put like this little rectangle shape of things. I'm assuming it's the tile. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's enough tile for the whole pool, but maybe it is. I don't know. I'm hoping it is. That would be a step in the right direction. Well, it looks like they're going to attempt lower first. They keep trying higher and getting rejected, so the odds are we're going to get stopped out here. There it is. So a decent little trade there. A little unfortunate that it couldn't continue back up towards the highs, at least not yet. So we're now 530 away from passing that eval. Maybe a little bit of a fake out. Oh, we didn't even get the fill. Damn, I tried to get back in there. We didn't get filled. See if it would have worked. It's looking like it would. They faked it out to the downside. That's why I tried to jump back in, because it looked like a sweep. Oh man. They got us. They got me. Got everybody. Look at this. Watch it. It'll just rip right to the highs now. Just to shove it in my face. Just the extra shove it in my face. I'm gonna get short. Just to see if we can ride this back down. Stay back in this range for a sec. You got a little bit more there. They should fail. We'll get them next time. What's up, Melo? See you tomorrow. Thanks again. Sent your cookie Bulenox to my pops. Picked up 3 accounts. Oh, thanks, Melo. I appreciate that. I'll see you tomorrow. How'd you do? I need to make my camera better. I lean. I think this is my natural lean, so I need to make it so that that is... Let me see. Oh yeah, I can do it. Let's see. Do something like that. There we go. That's better. I'm looking to enter short here. 1 contract right about here. Did good. Thank you, bro. 175 times 10. Let's go. Good stuff, Melo. Have a good rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Looks like that would have paid off so far, green banana. Waiting for the pullback to test the weakness before the contractor. Oh, okay. So you wanted to go through, come back up, retest, and then you're looking to get short? I mean, that's the right way to go about it. This feels very bullish. Swept it again.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they
I mean, they were running around, but
I won't stop till I wear the crown.
gave a little back there. I really thought we were gonna burst through there, but good stop out. Reading that if we didn't go right there, we were probably going lower. I even tried to wait for the pullback, and I even waited until it looked like it was bouncing. Now it just feels like we want to go lower. This might end up being a ban trade. You enjoy evals a bit too much? Yeah. It allows you to practice like taking trades when you normally wouldn't take trades. When you would otherwise be afraid to hit the button. If you pull up any YouTube video up while watching and type awesome, your video bar will go rainbow. If you pull up any YouTube video while watching and type in awesome, it didn't do that. Oh crap. Strong. It's a strong move back up there. Was expecting it to bounce off of here. Yeah. Market only goes up, boys and girls. Only goes up.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit.
Thought that would have raised where I needed to go a little bit more than that, but it did not.
Is a jerk and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life cause I don't feel alive and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute. I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Let's go. Hey. Yeah, this is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to
Needed the break there. Does not want to.
and I ain't gonna lie to you.
Now it feels like we're just gonna go higher. It's holding the base.
Everything up that I've ever done, but what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find
Yep.
I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing it. In the summer on a good the nightclub for the end of the night, And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Just does not want to die. Keeps running into that support. We needed to break the support. We should get a little push down. It just doesn't want to do it. Good morning, Tennessee Rob. Cody Futures, my Cody Futures. Thanks for the using of the code. I appreciate that. All that support. You guys make me feel special. There we go. See if we can actually break it this time. Push, push, push. Should get a bigger push than this. Go, 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 go. Right to the order. Right to it, right to it. Yay, look at that. Oh, we're still short. Damn it. I thought I did the math right. I mathed all kind of wrong. We're 150 off. The thing fell off the bottom of my desk. I was wondering why I kept hitting it. Maths is hard. It's so true. All right, 150, that's what, 36? So that's what we're going for. Long or short? If it pops back up to here, I would go short. Just looking for it to retrace back down. Braden and Camden are at camp today, so no appearance today. All right, going for it. Just need a retest of the low of the candle here. And we should, in theory, be past. Or we just go all the way back up and we end up back down. Just need a retest here. That's all we need. Just a retest. Obviously could have got a better entry. And we'd already be out. No! Dude, are commissions more on my funded futures? Is this a... and they don't want you to do less than... Oh, it don't matter on the eval, right? Literally $2 short. Are they... Are the commissions more on my funded futures? Let's see. All right. So we're at 80.94 now. All right. We're going to try just a quick little in and out here. And pop, 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 pop. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Come on, I just gotta get. Oh god. 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 All right, we're out. All right, so it's so $10, but that's for 2 contracts, or that's for 4 total. So no, it's the same price. I just can't math. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if that just continued? That would have sucked so bad. All right, I have to actually make sure on the bands that I take this one off. It's number 4. Save. I really thought we were going to get a band trade there for a second. I got excited. Let's see if this is actually working. 19. All right. It is indeed working. I thought we were going to get a band straight. I got excited. I'm going to tilt. I mean, I might have tilted had that just continued straight down. I mean, at least it would have been an eval, but I might have tilted. I think I need to move my camera down a little bit. I think it's too high. I'd rather it be more like facing the fish tank than like the base of the fish tank. Man, beautiful trade there, almost into the bands. Went down, swept green to red there. Yeah. Good fun, right? That's why we do that on evals and not PA accounts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's the first one we've actually passed. Well, that's only our second eval with them, but it's the first one we passed. That is not the new account, by the way. That is actually their old one. I don't know what the difference is with that. I'll have to ask. What platform? This is Quantower. Oh, excuse me. Might get that band straight after all. You have all prop firms on here? Yeah. I've used Apex, Bulenox, MyFunded Futures, Precision. Those are the 4 I've used. Don't plan on using Precision again until they prove that they can get their stuff together, etc. But I am planning on grabbing a couple Bulenox evaluations. And then I have 2 funded accounts with Apex, and then I have the now eval that has passed with MyFunded Futures. So that's actually an eval account, Gonzalez. Yes, they're all rhythmic. I use Rhythmic for everything. Do they have a buffer to withdraw? They do not on the new starter account. To be completely honest, I'm not even sure if they do on the old one. Actually, a good question. And I don't even know if they're going to have that on the website anymore, because now that they don't offer the old one. So on RTrader, you have to start a second instance of RTrader Pro and log in with the second set of credentials. On the same computer, yeah. Yeah, like right now, the reason you can see MyFunded Futures and Apex Rhythmic or RTrader Pro is because I have 2 instances running. You should be able to. Like here, I even show you. I could start a 3rd one if I really wanted to. So all you do is just make sure this bottom part is off. Make sure it's grayed out. So market data, make sure it's off. And then you can open as many of these as you want. Yeah, the MyFunded Futures account, I know there's no buffer. So we were just talking about this, and I did confirm, by the way, if anyone hasn't heard, that with the starter account, if you do the 5 days, so instead of having a buffer, they have a minimum of 5 $100 days on the 50K starter account. So you would need to have 5 trading days of $100 gained on those days. Once you do that, you're eligible to withdraw. However, let's say you make exactly $100 on each of those days and you end up at plus 500 on the account. So you're at 50,500. If you were to withdraw that $500, which you can, your drawdown then goes to 50,100. So it was all the way back. So you're going to start at 47,500 as your drawdown, right? You have 2,500 in drawdown. You make 500 at the end of that day, it goes up. So you'd be at 48,000. So you're at 50,500 in the account. Your drawdown is at 48,000. Once you take a withdrawal, no matter where that trailing drawdown is at, it gets moved to 50,100. So in effect, you would kill the account because when you withdraw that 500, you're going below that 50,100. So you would get paid that $500, but you're killing the account. Does that make sense? What about expert? What about expert? I use Apex. How do you reset the Rhythmic password? I don't know. I don't think you can. I think you would actually have to contact Apex customer service to do that. Because when you log into Apex, it gives you over here your Rhythmic account ID and password. Nowhere do I think you can actually change that. So in order to change that, I think you would have to go into support and ask them. I'm pretty positive you can't change that on your own. Are you asking what about the expert as far as the withdrawal? Because the withdrawal with the expert, that's all the same. The differences between the expert and the starter is your profit target, the amount of contracts you can use, the daily loss limit. There is no daily loss limit on an expert account. And the drawdown is different, but there's no scaling rule. So with the starter account, you have to abide by the scaling rule. On the expert account, you do not. Like, you get 5 contracts on the expert 50K, and you can use them when and however you want. On the starter 50K, you start with 1 contract and you have to scale up to the available 3. So you can only go up to 3 contracts. And obviously that translates into micros. So 1 contract, 10 micros, 2 contracts, 20 micros, etc. But as far as the payouts and the buffer and all that stuff goes, that's all the same. Come on, market. Not a holiday week. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Appreciate that. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. 50 people, 50 likes. We do a giveaway. It does appear that we want to try to go back lower. That's how it feels. It'd be weird that we don't come down and at least retest this area. It's trying to hold over 600, but we'll see. How do you set up Quantower correctly for all prop firms to show up? So Quantower, if you are going to use multiple prop firms, you do have to pay a fee. If you're only using one, it's completely free. But if you are going to use multiple, here, I'm pulling it up. So on their website, you would come down and hit buy a few. So go to Quantower site, click on pricing, and then scroll down until you see this buy pro features apart. The one that you need is this one. It's advanced features. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. So this one right here. So it's $30 a month. If you use my code, which I believe is volatility, it should give you 10% off. Yeah. I'm one of the only people that actually did it this way. A lot of people that have a Quantower code, they just give you the code in hopes that you'll use it with no discount. But they're being given 15%. You're allowed to divvy that 15% up however you want. Quantower asks you when you become an affiliate. And I decided to just give you guys 10% and I get 5%. So I'm essentially not getting anything. And in hopes to give you guys a little bit. So if you use volatility, you get 10% off. But yeah, the advanced features, this is the one that gives you the ability to see multiple synchro connect is the one that you're looking for. But yeah, that gives you access to all your accounts. And then so up top right, let me see if I can show you this too. It will, where you see where it says Apex, this screen that pops up, you can then add each connection. So you would just put your login info in here and you can connect to all of them. But it only lets you do this on one instance if you have just the standard Quantower. But if you pay for the advanced features, it allows you to add more in here that you can connect to. It's nice to have all the accounts in the same place. Oh, 100%. Like right now, I have it set. If I'm not copy trading, I have a chart on the NQ for each one. So my funded futures, I have precision, but obviously not up. Bulenox, I'm not connected to, and then Apex. It's really nice to be able to do that. And if you want to copy trade, you have to have that feature anyway. Excuse me. All right, looks like we're going to test lower here. Looks like it wants to roll over. Whether it does or not, that's a different story. We are starting to get into the 11 o'clock hour. All right, it's attempting, trying to go green to red. Literally bounced right off of it. 591.50 is the close. It literally bounced right off 591.50. That's funny. For now. Out of curiosity, when is GME's earnings? September 4th. So they have quite a while. All right. So I don't have to worry about that. I was looking at my call position. I have I have 100 shares of GME at 2370. But I have a covered call at 25 set to expire the end of this week, but we're coming up on 25 right now. We're at 2475. So I was looking to roll, but I always want to make sure I'm not rolling past an earnings date. Plus, in theory, I've now made $146 off of covered calls. which means my technical average, 146, 2370 minus 146, is actually 2224. So if I were to roll right now, I could get another 1.23, oops, minus 0.83, another 40 cents, which would then bring my average down to 2184, which would be really nice because where I would want to stop out is under this 2250 candle. It made it to 2231, so my stop out would be below there. So that would mean I would end up, if I were to roll this one more time, it would put me under there. Well, technically I'm right there now at 2224. I sell options. I don't trade them. Like, I don't buy them like Wall Street bets and stuff. I am the one on the other side of the Wall Street bets options. I'm the one selling them to people. Methodical Man just left. He's on vacation. He was live this morning, but he already left. But I would love to stay in GME as long as possible. Oh, look, this did bounce right off of red to green. Back to the highs. Here we go. Market only goes up. Yeah, he ended his stream probably like 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, somewhere in there. Yeah, most of my covered calls are pretty much expiring worthless. Here's my covered call on GME, which worst case scenario, even if we do end up giving our shares up at the end of this week at 25, it's not the end of the world because, like I said, we'd make 130 bucks off of the stock itself with 100 shares, and then we would make the 100 and what did I say? $146 off of the covered calls. So we'd be up 270 bucks. So can't really complain about it. Yeah, as you can see, hood covered call. When your covered calls are down like this, it's not necessarily a good thing. Like when they're expiring worthless, especially this early in the week when they're already almost worthless, because that means the stock that you're in is going the wrong way. PayPal, I was really hoping would come down to 55. As you can see, that's a cash secured put. Unfortunately did not. The only one that's actually still doing fairly well is Carnival, which I already had the roll. You can see it. This one was 719, but the next available roll it would allow me was August. So we ended up having to roll that one to August just to stay in it. Which they are still up today. They did come down a little. They were up at like 1770 earlier. Oh, that's where we're at now, 1770. So it actually went up further, 1790. But yeah, there's my options portfolio. You can see it all in one shot here. It's not much. We did end up catching the bag on FSR. That stupid stock. I thought for sure, you know, that was me just buying into I was trying to find something that would go off of like the Tesla type stuff, but unfortunately did not work. Save, you know, that was just me assuming they wouldn't let Spirit Airlines just go out of business. But I mean, ever since that day, they're not really doing much to save it. So at this point, I'm actually, I could get out of everything right now. I did the math on this like a couple weeks ago. I could get out of everything right now and essentially make, I think, like 20 bucks. But I'm only risking at this point like $300, or no, it's not even, it's like $250. Actually, it's not even that much because of the covered call. Because when we spiked back up here, I sold a covered call at 10 for a decent amount of money. And as you can see, it expired worthless. So at any point in time, I could essentially, if this thing gets good news, like, oh, Spirit Airlines is doing good, or, you know, because they do have earnings coming up. But even if they don't do good with earnings, like, are they, like, if the company eventually gets saved, like, we might see a good spike. I don't have a cover call out at the moment. They're not really worth putting out at the moment, but my cash secured put would then expire worthless, and then my leap option would then obviously go up as well. So that's more of a, almost like, I wouldn't say a free play, because I do still have some risk. If this were to go down under 250, I would then get put into these, and then if for some reason it goes bankrupt, that's $250, and then what I paid for this would obviously be worthless as well. So I'm risking a total of like $500. But if this thing were to actually get saved and go back up to, like, say normal prices, like even if that's like $9, I mean, because where was this thing trading before that news, right? It was way up here. Like even in this like $10 range, like that's a pretty good jump overall. So I could definitely make more than I'm risking. That's the idea behind it anyway. So almost the band's touch to the upside. I'm really not sure I'd be confident in taking the band's trade to the upside right now. Just because back up there, we're that close again to all-time highs. Do I need a video editor by chance? You know, it's funny you say that, because I did use a video editor for the last 2 months, but it was somebody that had no idea what trading was. And I was giving them a really good deal. I was giving them 100% proceeds of what those videos that they put out made every month. So every month I would pay them the videos that they put out, like what essentially from the point that you would start, if you could edit the videos and put them out, etc., like whatever the YouTube channel makes is what you make. So it was kind of like, that was my deal. Because I more so use the YouTube channel as a way to promote myself in other ways. So the YouTube channel money was just whatever. But if I could find someone to come on and edit the videos and do all that for me, not only does it make my life easier, but if it encourages them to want the videos to be better and to do better, because the more that the channel makes, the more that they make, right? That was the idea behind it. But the person that I brought on, it's not that they were a bad editor per se. They just had no idea like what trading was. So like I had to like keep sending things back, because like, look, you missed the most important part. Like the idea of getting into the trade, you didn't put that in there. So you just showed, and then they would like skip out on like the entries of the trade sometime. Like it was like, they just didn't understand trading. But I'm not going to say I don't need a video editor. I guess it would depend on how you want to get paid and like your turnaround time and how you actually edit, stuff like that. So I am interested. I just don't have a ton of extra money laying around to pay you. So that's why I had come up with that idea, which I actually thought was a really good idea. And I still think it's a good idea. Help me help you kind of situation. Good morning, full send. The monthlies out of the money, brother, ma'am. No, I don't think so. Paying frog coin. But if you would like to talk more about that, Gulam, message me in Discord. I don't know if you are a trader or if you're just some random video editor stopping by because you saw I was live or whatever the case may be, but I'm always willing to talk about it. I get at least 2 emails a day from random people. I always reply with a middle finger. Well, I get those emails too. I actually just got an email. These moo people, man, they won't leave me alone. I'm sure you get those too. But I've never had someone actually come into the stream and ask. So that was new. Frogo. That's funny. See how David's doing today. David is killing it per usual. That dude is just unstoppable. If I do come back to stocks, I have a feeling I will be trading exactly like David. There's no question about that. Oh, we're actually just going to go right back to the highs. He's a big bully. Thought we were going to sweep that 575 area before the run up. I mean, almost did. Maybe we still do. Maybe this is a fake out to the upside to then come down, sweep the 575, to then go back to the highs. I would not doubt it. Would not doubt that for a moment. And then, and then, and then, and then, Come on. What a joke, man. Came down and missed us by what, like 3 ticks? Really gonna do us like that? Finally get a trade and it misses us by, it was like 3 ticks. What's up, Pine Tree? And then it would have worked. What a joke. Should have just kept my stop at the highs. Hindsight's a bitch. This is just the My Funded Futures evo. Just looking for it to go back up to the highs. Tight stop. That's so brutal that it came up and stopped us out like that. I mean, the trade worked, just I was looking for it to be on that first pullback, not after it attempted to go higher. Move it to break even. It's attempting to go higher, so we should push here. If not, then the odds are we go back and retest the lows, so. We'll take one off there. Let's put the other one at break even. See if we can catch a runner up through the highs. Well, we got the push to the highs. So far, it's looking like a fake out. Put this up just a little bit. So our break even is actually in the money. Pay for the commissions at least. There went Apex's charts. And Apex is back. If this makes new highs again, I'm going to move my stop to here. Looks like we're not going to have to worry about it. Give it one more shot here, assuming it faked us out. Said no fake out, we just going lower. That was a good stop out. Nice trade there. Was hoping we went to the bands. Right back to the highs we go. They're coming for you. We might not be here when you get back. We're gonna go do her emissions. Sorry, I was talking to my mom. Of course, the music ended as well during that. Nice little trade just off the highs there. Just the eval still. That sucks we didn't win on that trade with the funded accounts. Wish I would have just ballsed up and put my stop at the highs. I didn't want to give anything back though. Excuse me. So apparently I'm going to go with the wife 12 o'clock to do her emissions. So just an FYI, if you are still hanging around, if you have any questions, get them in before 12 o'clock because I will be signing off at said 12 o'clock.
I'm about to go off like a weapon, fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts obsession, I will not stop, no I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex, haters love to hate but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason, I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing, straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. I don't know how to stop, I just go till I drop. Whether it's working or shots, give it all that I got. You can watch me work in my element. Anyone
Looks like we might get one last little shot here to bench trade if we can fly through the highs, but I'm not gonna assume that we are. Have you tried your band strategy on tick charts? Have not. So the thing is, I really need to fix my desk. One of my cable management things fell. So now it's all just hanging there. If I were to change it to tick charts, I don't know if the bands would even be in the same place. I mean, I could find it because I could just take my current bands and I could line it up. But I don't even know, like, how do you even get to a tick chart? Do you have Quantower? If you do, how would you get to a tick chart? I don't even know how. All I see are like candles, bars, lines, dotted line, area. Like, I don't even know what a tick chart is. I mean, I've seen people use them, so I know what it is. I'm just saying I don't know how to get to it. I could obviously Google it, but you're on Ninja. All right, let's see if I can Google it. Tick chart on Quantower. So it's under the time. There it is. So tick. So I found it. 500 tick count, I guess. I don't even know like what to put in here. They just have 1 day, so I don't know. You change the time frame from, let's say, 5 minutes to 89 ticks. I just did 500. So what exactly is the difference? We're trying the highs here. Like what's the difference between it being ticks and it looks the same to me. Obviously it's not, because now you can see the bands didn't quite get touched. Oh, so it makes a new candle every 500 ticks? Is that what it's doing? Let's see. Oh, it does. Ah. 89 is a Fibonacci note level. A tick is a number of trade. Okay, yeah, I see that now. Okay. So I want to change this to 89, supposedly. Guess it's a lot more for it to load. There it goes. Oh wow, look, it like barely ever comes close to the bands. Is this just another way to see like a smaller interval? Like if you were to change to like a 30-second chart or a 15-second chart, like wouldn't it look similar? So you're just seeing, so this is every 89 contracts. So every 89 contracts that go through. Interesting. Why? So 89 is a Fibonacci level. I wonder, or number. I wonder if there's, I wonder if there's like a number that's better than others. I mean, here was, when was this? This was earlier. Looks like we were taking profit here, not the other way around. Or no? No, we stopped out and then we bought in. Got close to the bands on that move. It helps to show volume and price. More volume, more candles. Yeah, it almost acts like Bookmap in a way. It just doesn't show you other levels. I use a 200 for my higher time frame. Short range tick charts are a good way to check volume too. The 5 minute, you know the volume is way down. It looks like the 15 sec volume is high. Makes sense. I feel like I'd want it to be lower than this. Let's see. Let's mess around with it real quick for the last 5 minutes. Let's go to 50. Looks like the bands don't really ever get touched doing this though. But it does show you more of like, I can see why people like using these, because it kind of shows you that, like the actual direction. Or like if I go over to here, yeah, that might be held up. So what time was this? 11:22. Yeah, look, 11:22 is all the way back here. Holy crap. So this is, yeah, so it was right here. Check that out. That's like a way different way to trade. I mean, I will say almost every time it gets near one of the bands, it does seem to try to go the other way, but not always. Like here, it just kind of went sideways. Here, obviously, there was a big turn. Yeah, it's just hard. It's hard to tell. I wonder if it would ever actually hit the bands. Because the one time it hit the bands for me was at that 1122. And it did not hit the bands here. Where did we get in? Right here. So frustrating we didn't get that fill. Or it was right here, it looks like. Very interesting though. Oh yeah, they're Keltner channels. I just call them bands because they look like bands. But yeah, a lot of people think they're Bollinger Bands, but they're actually Keltner channels. 55 is another fib. Also 144, 987 cheese. Based on tick chart and where your bands are set at for the strategy. I don't know. I've only ever back tested based on the 1 minute chart. That's it. If you even go to the 2 minute chart, it doesn't really work. I have it set, the settings are for the 1 minute chart. I mean, if you really look at it, the bands trade worked. I just got out prematurely because I was being scared and didn't want to let it go back to the highs. But it never even went close to the highs. It just made it a lower high and then fell. It just didn't give it to us on that first pullback. I was just sad that it came that close to giving us our take profit and then started to go back up. So that's why I moved to break even. But had we have just left our stop at the highs, the trade clearly worked. So that was on me, not the strategy. That was just me being a puss because I didn't want to lose any money on the accounts. But it's crazy because like this just looks like straight chop at this point, where if you are looking at this, like there's some opportunities. What time was this? 11:52. What was this? 11:38. Yeah, it's so far away. 11:38. So that was this move here. But like, yeah, like you see those little jolts in one direction like that, but on here it's it's nothing. Just chop. It's pretty interesting. I mean, if you're looking to like trade all day and like you're looking to just trade as much as you possibly can, I could definitely see you wanting to use something like this. Got some volume flying in here. Tried to get to the highs. Got absolutely rejected. Wow, look at the volume flying in the other way now. That's actually kind of cool. How I've literally never sat here and watched one of these charts before, so this is brand new to me. I got you, Mr. O. What settings do I use for the Keltner? So it is, well, we're actually kind of close to the bands here. What does it look like? See, it's just the move down into the middle. It's the 13 MA, and then the coefficient, which is what they call it on Quantower. Any other charting platform, I'm pretty sure it's called the standard deviation, but the coefficient is 4. So it's a 13 MA and a 4 coefficient. And I use it on the 1 minute. If you notice, if you go from, say, the 1 minute to the 2 minute, it's not the same. You can see how that doesn't even touch the bands. Where if I go back to the 1 minute, it touches the bands. And then obviously the further you go away, like 5 minutes, I mean, look at that. Absolutely not even close. So I have it set for the 1 minute. And again, back test it. Go back during trading hours, 9:30 to 4 o'clock, and find all the times it touches the bands, like actually touches the bands, and look at what it does. And try to exclude the open and news. So if you see one where it's like out of place, or if it's at 9:30 to say 9:45, or say it's at like 10 or at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, like any time that there's usually news, try to exclude that, because the bands don't really come into play too much when there's news or something like that. Yeah, I like the idea of this. It's just, it's a little too busy for me. It's like when I see people trying to use like the 10-second chart or something. I mean, that's essentially what this is. I mean, can I just do that? Time, second, 10. Like, wouldn't that essentially be the same thing? Right? Because almost every 10 seconds you're getting 50 ticks, right? Most likely. Like, I bet you this doesn't look too far off. I mean, I get it because it's going off of volume and not time. Like, I get that aspect, but I'm just saying it's essentially pretty close to the same thing. Value of a tick chart is that it will better show you when there's volume behind the movement. Yeah, I get that. I get that. But what I'm saying is, if you're sitting here watching the chart, like, you can clearly look down here at the volume and you can see when volume comes in, when a move is happening. And I bet you, I was gonna say, I bet you these get hit a lot more. Yeah, 10-second chart. All right, I'm actually gonna switch over to the minute real quick because it looks like we might get a trade. Oh wow, see, look, we're not even close. I'm gonna give this a sec to see if it dumps. And then I'm gonna get out of here if this doesn't work. I'm actually curious what that looks like on a tick chart. So while that's going, let me see. Tick. We'll do, what did you say, 52? It looks like it's going to try to bounce. Yeah, see, I mean, I would never know when to trade this, because if you look at this compared to this, I would never trade these areas because it's still towards the middle here in the chop zone. And I would never touch that. I don't know. That's something you guys could try to figure out. But all right, put it on 22 ticks and get dizzy. Yeah. Have you tried 15 sec Keltner channel with 2 and 4 width gives you quick scalps? I'm not doing it. And trust me, what the reason I came up with where I'm at is because I've done all that. I went back test it. Instead of saying, have you tried, go back and back test it and watch when you're using the 15 second, look at how many times. Nope. Look at how many times it hits those bands and just continues. What do you do then? That's the thing. And yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the other thing. So you have to keep that in mind. There's so many. The reason I came to where I am with these is because I've found over lots of trial and error that this is what works best. Anytime it touches these bands, it's a nice move, and the odds are you're going to get some sort of retracement. But if you start messing with it, trying to get closer, so think of it, if you lower it in time and in width, you're getting closer and closer to this middle area. Well, guess what? Say it hits like right here, and then boom, it gets shoved through. you know, or say like right here, it gets hit on the way up and then boom, it shoves through. Like it doesn't happen that often where it's at. It does happen every so often, but it's very rare that it happens. But if you move closer and closer to the middle line, those bands aren't as far away, it's going to happen a lot more than you think. Sure, you might get quick scalps here and there, but all it takes is that one time for it to shove through and you're screwed. So if you break it, you got to fix it. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Appreciate y'all being here. I'll be here tomorrow, same time, same place, all that good stuff. Code VOLA for all your prop firm needs. And if you have any questions, find me in the Discord. That link is in the description. I will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, peace.